Peace, 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 peace. Welcome back to the You and I Versal Temple for the sun, planets, moon, and stars. I'll be your Lord of Hosts, Lord Messiah. And today we're going into statehood in the 1 to 36. Now I just broke it down in the 1 to 10 and I went to the 1 to 14, even though the 1 to 36 comes before the 1 to 13. I did that by mistake, part itself. But we're going back, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Study your lessons, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get it right. So now, like I said, it's not necessarily in order in the 1 to 36 either, but I'm gonna just show you the degrees where I seen what I seen and I drew it up, right? So, starting off, right? My name is W.F. Muhammad. I came to North America by myself. Pause. I came to North America by myself. So North America right there is a defined territory. This is the defined area that we're dealing with, right? North America. That's a defined territory. My uncle was born over here by the trader 379 years ago. He does not know he's my uncle. He does not talk his own language. He likes the devil because the devil gives him nothing. Why does he like the devil? Because the devil told him he planted fear in him when he was a little boy. Why does he fear the devil now that he's a big man? Because the devil told him to eat the wrong foods. Does that have anything to do with the above question number 10? Now, just a real quick jewel for those who don't know, those who study their lessons, they should know. When it says the above question number 10, we already know the born degree in the 1 to 36 is an answer to the build degree. Part of the knowledge type degree in the 1 to 36 is an answer to the born degree, where it asks, why does he fear the devil now that he is a big man? And the knowledge type degree is an answer to that born degree, which is because the devil taught him to eat the wrong foods. Knowledge degree, does that have anything to do with the above question number 10? See, because the knowledge type degree wasn't a question in the 1 to 36, it was an answer to the born degree. So it says, does that have anything to do with the above question number 10? So what is the above question number 10? Well, depending on how you got your lessons, the 1 to 10 should have came before the 1 to 36. But in the Nation of Islam and some brothers, they might have got their 1 to 14 before they got the 1 to 30, before they got the 1 to 36. But however, I don't understand how that is, because when it says in the above question number 10, it can't be the 1 to 14. It gotta be the 1 to 10, because 1 to 10 come before. So anyway, it's the knowledge cipher degree in the 1 to 10, which is, what is the set birth record of nations other than Islam? And that answer is Buddhism is 35,000 years old, Christianity being 551 years old. Now, we know that it's not necessarily dealing with that long ago as far as Buddhism, so more so it's dealing with the wrong foods being Christianity. And that's what made him other than his own self. And what is his own self? His own self is a righteous Muslim. Do you mean to say that there are Muslims other than righteous? I beg your pardon, I never heard of one. Then Elijah tests him. Oh, you never heard of one? Okay. How many original Muslims are there in North America? Oh, approximately a little over 17 million. Do you mean to say that some of the 17 million do not know they are Muslims? Yes, sir. Well, I can hardly believe that unless they are blind, deaf, and dumb. Excuse me. He asks, how many Muslim sons are there in North America? Because when he asks, he says, I never heard of one. He said, are there any Muslims, do you mean to say that there are Muslims other than righteous? He said, I beg your pardon, I never heard of one. So if you never heard of one, then when he asks you the next question, well, how many Muslim sons are there in North America? And we know when we go back to when we refer to the cross-reference to the born degree in the 114, the Muslim sons are the ones who had to study from 35 to 50 years before they could call themselves a Muslim son and wear the great and only flag of Islam, right? And put the sword above their head. That is the devils, you know what I'm saying? Who had to study from 35 to 50 years. And we know quite clearly that modern day, that's basically masonry. So they're showing you masonry in that culture degree in the 114 and the born degree in the 114. So anyway, so these are the ones who study Islam in secrecy, because it says, if they reveal the secret, we have given him this chance to clean himself up and come amongst us. You know what I'm saying? His head will be taken off by the sword. So anyway, so that's a form of governance in itself. You know what I'm saying, as well, administration. So going back, right? So the 1 to 36. So he said, all right, so I beg your pardon, I never heard of one. Do you mean to say, I beg your pardon, I can hardly believe that unless they're blind, deaf, and dumb. Well, they were made blind, deaf, and dumb by the devil when they were babies. Can the devil fool a Muslim? No, not nowadays. Now, getting into this right, no, not nowadays. Do you mean to say the devil fooled them 379 years ago? Yes, the trader made an inter-orientation. Some people lesson say interpretation. In this lesson, we're going to use inter-orientation. The trader made an inter-orientation that they will receive more gold for their labor, which was more than they were earning in their own country. Now that right there sounds like a job. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a performance or something to be done, a form of governance or something that needs to be done or administrated, right? But it never happened. Because it said, next degree, which was, oh, got him. Oh, I thought he was about to go get that nigga, man. He just kept it going. But anyway. So it said, did they receive more gold? Answer, no. The trader disappeared and there was no one to speak the language. So if the trader disappeared and there was no one to speak the language, then they couldn't go into the inter-orientation that they were promised. They couldn't get the goal that they was promised. They couldn't do the job that they were supposed to perform, right? So therefore, this is what left them in a position of not being able to perform the governance that they were supposed to perform. And then that left them, here, and then they say, why didn't they, no, the trader disappeared and there was no one to speak the language. Why didn't their own people come over here and get them? Because their own people did not know they were over here. When did their own people find out they were over here? Approximately 60 years ago. So now, then when it says approximately 60 years ago from where? From what? The date of that writing. The date of the writing is 1934, February 20th, 1934. And if you go back approximately 60 years from that, it brings you 57 years to 1876, I think it is, which is the birth date of Farad Muhammad, which is basically showing and proving that 1 in 36 is like a loophole. You know what I'm saying? It go from knowledge to born and born back to knowledge. That 1 in 36 go from knowledge to born and born back to knowledge. You know what I mean? But basically, so now the reason why I say it's like a loophole because, okay, when did they find out that people was over here approximately 60 years ago? And if you go back approximately 60 years ago, it brings you to the birth date of Masfar Muhammad. Then he could say, oh, my name is Masfar Muhammad. I came to North America by myself. My uncle brought it. You know what I'm saying? And the story starts all over again. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's like a loophole or whatever, right? So therefore, we've seen a little glimpse of governance and also too, the inter-orientation would have been their capacity to enter into relations with other states or other nations of people, because he said that they was gonna, the trader made an inter-orientation that they would receive more gold for their labor, which was more than they were earning in their own country. So they weren't in their own country, they were in another country, and they were supposed to go into this, inter-orientation and make this money or whatever, and make more gold than they were earning in their own country. So they were trying to show their capacity to enter into relations with other states or other countries, other nations, but the trader disappeared and there was no one to speak the language. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, that part. So they wasn't able to show the capacity to enter into relations with other states, nor the government, but they were stuck in that defined territory as the original nation, you know what I'm saying, or the permanent population. Now, there's a whole lot of history that goes into that too, as far as with the Moors and all of that, and the Empire of Morocco, and the Sultan, and George Washington coming over here in 1776 and all of that, and blah, 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 blah. There's a whole lot of shit to that, but anyway. I ain't gonna get into all of that. That's gonna be another bill. But showing you statehood in the 1 to 36. Next, we're gonna go into the 1 to 40. And that's gonna be some high science heavy jewels, y'all. You already know. Peace.